Good afternoon, viewers at home. You are welcome to another edition of Contraceptive Chats with DKT Nurses. Like I said last week on this program, what we'll be doing is to be educating you to create awareness, to give you the benefits, to dispel the myths and facts that surround the use of modern contraception. And on this program, like I said, we'll be having medical doctors that will be coming in to shed light on gray areas as it has to do with modern contraception. And this program, do not forget that the program is sponsored by DKT International Nigeria. DKT Nigeria is one of the largest private provider of modern contraception in developing countries. DKT Nigeria, has been able to get across to over 50,000 outlets in terms of hospitals, in terms of clinics, pharmacies, PPMVs across Nigeria. Their mission statements at DKT is to make sure that every child is wanted. DKT Nigeria is in Nigeria to make sure that the contraceptive landscape, talking about pregnancy prevention for those that are married, talking about child spacing, what DKT Nigeria is after is to make sure that there is affordable, there is, safe, there is, access to that contraception that you need as a woman, as a man that is sexually active. Once again, I welcome you to Contraceptive Chat with DKT Nurses. My name is Aluko Omolara. I will see you after this short break. Welcome back to the show. If you are just joining us, the show is still Contraceptive Chat with DKT Nurses. And today on the show, we will be looking at the various pregnancy prevention methods, the various methods that you as a woman, you as a man can actually adopt in preventing pregnancy, in preventing sexually transmitted diseases. And in the studio with me this afternoon to do justice to this topic, I have our two lovely people in the studio, and to my left, I have our pharmacist, Mike Enema.
Good afternoon, viewers. Thank you very much, Omolara.
It's nice having you on the show. I was short today.
It was beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And to my right, I have with me another beautiful nurse. Last week, if you watched the show, you realize that we brought in two beautiful nurses from DKT Nigeria. And with me also on the show today is another of the nurses from DKT Nigeria. I have Nurse Mary David.
Good afternoon, Nigeria. My name is Mary. I work with DKT Nigeria as a clinical outreach coordinator.
Okay, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'm going to pick you up from the introduction you just gave about yourself. You said you're a clinical coordinator.
Yes, clinical
So,
service coordinator.
clinical service coordinator. So what exactly do you do? Do you interface with women or you interface with providers?
We interface with women.
Okay.
But all the procedures are done in the clinic.
Okay, you interface with
Yes.
women, but you do the procedures at clinics.
Yes, in clinics.
Okay, so the clinic now, are the women going to travel out of their environment, or you look for clinics within their environment?
No, we look for clinic within the environment.
Okay,
Yes,
so
within
that's
the
what you do. So on a daily basis, you get to meet women and you...
Yes, many women.
Okay, so I'm still going to come back to you. Let me speak with Mike now. So you are a pharmacist,
Yes.
and you are with DKT Nigeria. You know, while trying to do a little research for this program, I got to know that you do medical detailing.
Yes.
So what you do, is it different from what Mary does?
Absolutely different,
Okay.
but of course towards achieving the same goal.
Okay.
Well, basically what I do has to do with coordinating the activities of medical reps.
Okay.
Okay, medical sales reps are the ones that go to providers, you understand, within their facility, whether it's a hospital, a pharmacy, a maternity home, or whatever it is, you understand, to provide information about products to these providers. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now let me do a little follow up on what you just said. Now you said you have medical reps.
Yes.
These medical reps, are they just in Lagos here or?
No. DKT has medical reps all across Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes. So from Lagos to Sokoto to Zamfara, we have reps all across Nigeria, and wherever people go to, you understand, to buy their drugs or have access to healthcare provision, DKT med reps cover those facilities. So DKT med reps are not just in Lagos, they are all across Nigeria.
Okay.
North, south, east, west, all across.
Oh, that's beautiful to
Thank
hear.
you.
That's beautiful. Now coming back to Mary now. Let me go further on what you just talked about, that you do clinical outreaches, you interface with women. So now, can you, the method that you actually preach pregnancy prevention to these women, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So if I may ask, can you just, let's just do a role play now in the studio. Viewers at home, Mary is going to convince me to take one of the methods. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay.
Teach a method to me.
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mary from DKT. I'm a clinical service coordinator.
How can I help you, Mary?
Okay, I'm here to talk to you about prevention of pregnancy.
I'm married. I don't do things like that. I'm married.
Oh, well, just take your time to listen to what I want to tell you.
Okay.
Prevention of pregnancy is not all about stopping you from having your children. You can actually have all the children you wanted, but you need to space them.
Okay.
You need to space them.
Okay.
So I'm only trying to give you some knowledge about child spacing.
Okay. So now, Mary, since you've convinced me that it's about child spacing, okay. So can you please tell, I've been hearing about pills that people take every day.
Okay.
But one very fearful thing about it is the fact that they said if you take the pill, your tummy will begin to swell up. Can you tell me about this pill, since you are a nurse and you do?
Okay. The daily pill DKT has is Levofen.
Okay.
And the Levofen is just a tablet that you take every night.
Okay.
So, and it's like 21 in the pack.
Okay.
The active ones is 21 and the non-active is 7.
Okay, so on a pack now you have 28 tablets.
Yes, 28,
that's what you're saying.
28.
Okay,
28.
so the question now is, since you've talked to me about the name of the pill, is it compulsory I take it? Because some people say it's like a routine that you... Can you just shed more light?
It's a routine tablet. Okay. You have to learn how to take it.
Okay.
And also, someone that can take that tablet is a person that wouldn't like to forget things a lot. Okay. If you can keep up to date, you can just get a time, a particular time when you can take the tablets.
And it has to be that same time every day.
Yes, it has to be.
Okay.
When you keep skipping it, it's my fail.
Okay.
Yes, and according to what you said earlier about tummy getting bigger.
Yes, yes.
Well, I wouldn't say that is true because I have not seen it, though it might be an issue of misconception within women.
Okay.
And in my own experience, when we bring women together, we lecture them about diet,
Okay.
what they take in.
Okay.
Their diet matters a lot.
Oh.
Because when you are eating and I don't know how to, when you know, in family background,
Okay.
we have some people that they
have
know
a
their
tendency
yes,
to be
yes,
big. To be big.
that's what I'm
Okay.
trying to say. There's
Okay.
a tendency to get fat.
Okay.
So someone like that, you need to watch what you take in the morning, afternoon, and night.
Okay.
And besides, not what everybody is eating is what you'll be taking.
Okay. Now, so you hold the thought on that. Let me go to Mike now. So you talked about you coordinate the medical rep and you detail to clinic and hospitals. So if I may ask now, what are the methods? She has talked about the daily pill now.
Yes.
What are the methods that you detail to this medical?
Well, we detail all the methods.
Okay.
We detail all the methods. And when we detail to providers, methods, for example, like pills, does not particularly require any skill.
Okay.
You understand? Just like she mentioned, it's easy to swallow. The tablets are very small. The active ingredient is so small that minimal side effects. You understand?
Okay.
So that is an advantage to the client. But there are certain methods that depend solely on the provider.
Okay.
And so the skill of the provider comes into play with these kinds of methods.
Okay.
A method, for example, is the implant.
The implant.
Yes.
Implants.
Yes.
That's
An implant
a
is,
form of-
yes,
Okay.
it's a form of pregnancy prevention.
Okay.
Okay, an implant is just basically a very small plastic device,
Okay.
you understand, that contains hormones. And these hormones are released in very small quantities
Okay.
every day to prevent pregnancy for the woman. And just to show you the size of what we are talking about, is much less than a matchstick.
Okay, so now
Much less
talking
than
about
a
this, your small plastic device, is it going to be swallowed? Is it going?
No,
what-
it's actually going to be injected
Okay.
underneath a woman's upper inner arm. This position that I'm showing.
Is that not a surgery?
It's not.
Okay.
It's not. It's actually a very, very minimally invasive procedure. But the provider has to be trained.
To
Yes,
do it. Meaning
yes.
that, well, viewers at home,
Yes.
you've heard from Mike now.
Must
He said
be trained.
if you are going for the implant, that you need to visit a provider that is well trained on the insertion of the implant.
Exactly.
And from what he has also told us, that the implant is inserted under the arm.
Yes. Upper inner arm
Okay.
of the client.
Okay, so if it is inserted, what's the duration?
Okay, when we come to duration, then we are talking about two different types of implants.
Okay, educate us.
Okay,
please.
now the first one I'll talk about is the one that is single rod. So that one has just one, the rod I described earlier.
Okay.
There's the one that is single, there's one that is double.
Okay.
There even used to be one that is 5. You understand? So
Five rods.
But we've left that era now.
Okay. So we're in the era
That's why I
of
see
one,
the way
in
you
the era-
mentioned 5 rods. Yes. Okay. So currently we're in the era of single rod, double rod.
Okay.
Now the one that is single rod is Implanon NXT, and that one is actually that is injected the way I described earlier by a trained provider, and it will be there for up to 3 years.
Okay.
Yes, it will be there for up to 3 years.
3
Yes,
years.
yes. And every day it releases a very small quantity, enough to prevent pregnancy for that day.
Okay.
Yes. But that said, the truth is, at the end of the day, the woman does not necessarily have to carry it for those 3 years.
Oh.
So it depends on how long, what's her plan in terms of when she wants to get pregnant again.
Okay.
Yes.
So you've talked about the implants now. You have
Yes.
the Implano NST that
Yes.
is one rod.
Yes.
Then the 2 rod is called.
The 2 rod is Jadel.
Jadel.
Yes,
Okay,
and
so-
Jadel will stay for up to 5 years.
Up to 5
Yes, but the person does not necessarily have to carry it for the entire period, which is
Okay.
5 years.
Okay, so viewers at home, in case you are just joining us, you are on to contraceptive chat with DKT nurses, and we've been discussing the different methods of pregnancy prevention. We've talked about the daily pill. He has talked about the implant. And I know for so many of you, you may want to join us on this show. You may have one question or the other to ask. Well, we'll go for this short break, and when we come back, I will open the lines so that you can join the show. Welcome back. In case you are just joining us, the show is Contraceptive Chat with DKT Nurses. And we've been discussing the various methods of pregnancy prevention that you can adopt as a sexually active person, as a married woman that wants to space, as a man. We have been talking about the different methods. And I know for so many people that wants to join the show, you have questions, you want to ask this beautiful medical expert. Well, you can join us, you can call us on 090-872-96673. I will take that again, 090-872-96673. That's the number to join. You can join us. The number will be shown on your screen. You can call in to ask questions. You have, maybe you're on any method, you have concerns, please call in to ask the medical expert. Once again, the number is 090-872-96673. So let me now come back to you, Mary. So still talking about the pregnancy prevention method.
Okay.
I know that some people say they take injections. Can you shed light on that? Do you have such a method?
Yes, we do have a method. We have Sayana press.
Okay, it's like we have a caller on the line.
Okay.
Okay, so network is playing prank with us. Go ahead,
Okay,
please.
we have Sayana press, and Sayana press is an easy to use, a prefilled injection. You can take it for a duration of 3 months. Sayana press is a very small needle injection,
Okay.
unlike the other contraceptive injection that we know in Nigeria.
So when you say small needle, it's not the normal needle we take.
No. Very, very tiny, just like the one they used to give a baby immunization. A very, very small needle.
Oh, okay. So, like, what's the duration for this injection?
3 months. 3 months.
Okay, please, I will hold you there. It's like we have a caller on the line. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good
My
afternoon.
name is Mr. Jabimbola,
Okay,
calling from Command.
thank you. Go ahead with your question, please.
I want to ask about the implant.
Okay.
I did it, but I'm asking now that if you want to remove it again, hope you don't have any effect later on that maybe you don't conceive or having another baby.
Okay, thank you, Nick. The pharmacist will respond to that.
Thank you very much for your question, Nike. Just like I mentioned, there's just enough quantity to prevent pregnancy for every 24 hours. You understand? So that dose is so low dose that the moment it's taken out, you won't have to wait for so long before you are able to take in again.
Okay.
So there's no fear. There's no fear.
Okay. So, Nika, you got the answer there. There's another caller on the line. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. You are on to contraceptive chat. Please, can you reduce the volume of your TV set, please? Okay. There's another caller on the line. Hello, good afternoon.
I'm fine.
Good afternoon. Please go ahead. You are on to contraceptive chat. Go ahead. And speak out, please. Oh, network. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You are on to the show. Go ahead, ask your question.
I'm a woman. I have 4 children already.
Okay.
And I have a little son. So what kind of, can I be taking the pill? And at the same time, can my husband be releasing at the same time I will not contact pregnancy? I mean, I will not have pregnancy.
Okay, thank you for that question. We'll respond to your question. Thank you. So,
Okay, according to what she just said, she can take the pills.
Okay.
In as much she's keeping to the prescription, she
Okay.
can get pregnant.
okay. So,
Which means she needs to take it every day.
every day.
Now, the mistake most people make is that just like she has raised her concern now that during intercourse, can the man go all the way? Yes, the man can go all the way. However, the fact is whether the man is with you and you're having intercourse or he
Or
traveled,
not.
you must comply with your dose.
Okay.
So that means you must take it every day.
Okay. So, madam, that's the answer to your question. We have another caller on the line. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you are calling from? Okay, go ahead with your question, ma'am.
My question is about the baby pill.
Okay, ma'am.
You know, it's so different as white and brown.
Yes.
But
Okay.
what is the action and the both parties, both the brown and the white, are they doing the same work or they have the same action?
Okay, thank you. We'll respond to that question now.
Okay, the brown part is the active part.
Okay.
Which she needs to take for 21 days.
Okay.
Then the other part, the 7 pills, is just like a ferrous.
Okay.
A blood supplement to
Okay.
the system.
And she needs to take it also.
For 7 days, then start all over again.
Okay, so you've gotten the answer to that question now. I'm afraid on the show we should be rounding up right now. Well, we've not been able to touch all the methods, all the pregnancy prevention methods, but I promise you viewers at home that on this show next week, we will continue with the methods so that you can actually know all the methods that are available. So from you, Mike, what would be your last word to Nigerians?
My last word basically is every child must be wanted.
Okay.
You understand? And let's, as much as we can, stop all these baby dumping issues.
Thank you.
So it's very, very important that you choose a method and stick with it.
Okay,
So those are my
thank you
thoughts.
very much, Mike. So from you, Mary?
Okay, my last word would be please learn to be sharp.
Okay.
Learn to be sharp.
So from Mary is saying we should learn to be sharp, and Mike is also telling us that for every child you are going to have, they should be wanted. So from me on the show, I would say keep a date with us on this same station, same time, 2:30 to 3 p.m. every Sunday. As we come your way next week, we'll still be discussing different methods of pregnancy prevention. I remain the host of the program, Aluko Molara. Take care.